people are going to study abroad and they're coming back with more knowledge. And I went to watch it 7 times because it was like the only musical that I could watch in Portugal.
She landed and she was straight from the plane to rehearsal.
We started 8:30 and we finished at 7.
We got to London, there was a train strike. And then they were like, oh, we loved your audition. Do you have a British passport? We were like, we told you we're Portuguese. And they were like, oh, then we cannot accept you, I'm sorry. So I was like, but I paid for this audition.
Olá a todos, bem-vindos ao podcast Movement Theories. My name is Joshua Cambridge and I am the host of the podcast. Today we are going to be talking about being an international student training at drama school. I have 2 international students here with me, which is very exciting. I think our year have 7 Portuguese students.
Oh yeah,
and
we are a lot.
2 of the 7. What's also interesting is, so Caia, you are on the degree, and Marta, you are on the diploma. So a nice little mix as well, which is good. How do I say your name properly, Marta? Because I always seem to get it wrong.
Marta.
I'm going to keep that in mind. It might end up being Marta for the rest of this episode, but I'll try and...
The English version is fine.
I mean, at least I'm not saying Martha, which isn't...
Yeah, some people say Martha. It's Marta.
So where in Portugal are you guys from?
So we're both from the district of Lisbon.
Okay.
But then in Lisbon, we're from different places. So I'm from Sintra, which is like 20 minutes away from center of Lisbon.
So if Lisbon is, for my British head, if Lisbon is London, then would Sintra be like Greenwich?
So where we are right now would be Sintra.
I see. Good to know. Okay. And what about you, Caia?
I'm just a basic girl from Lisbon.
Just basic girl
Yeah,
from Lisbon.
basic girl from Lisbon.
How does musical theatre / drama school training in Lisbon work then?
So we don't have like a university or college like you have here for musical theatre. You only get to do it part-time. So that's what we did. We did a part-time course, a semi-professional part-time course. And then you can do drama university and dance university, but we don't have a musical theatre university like that.
I see. Marta, what about yourself?
So basically when you get to 10th grade, you can choose what you want to do. So you can choose like a normal high school.
Yes.
Or if you know already what you want to do, you can choose a professional course. So that's why I did a drama school for 3 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so the drama school was that weekends?
No, so drama school was every day.
Oh, so that's a full-time
Yeah.
course.
9 to 7. And then we did musical theatre school at Saturdays.
So that was like a Saturday school for musical theatre. Yeah. And then you were at drama school and Caia was at just normal high school?
I was just doing normal high school. You get to choose, in Portugal, so the school system is really different from here. You get to choose an area of studies when you get to 10th grade. And so I chose science. I was doing like biology, chemistry, maths, all of the hard stuff that I'm never going to use again. And as a part-time course, I was doing the musical theatre course on Saturdays with Marta and then dance and singing during the week.
What's the theatre industry like?
In Portugal?
Lisbon.
Basically non-existent, but like it's growing now. Maybe in a few years' time it will be better because people are going to study abroad and they're coming back with more knowledge. So it might grow, but right now it's practically non-existent. Like we had a musical in Portugal, a really good production of Chicago, a professional production. And I went to watch it 7 times because it was like the only musical that I could watch in Portugal. You know what I mean?
7 times is...
Because you had nothing else. If I had more options, you know?
For sure.
For theatre is a little bit different. So for theatre, you actually do have a lot of productions. Not like here, but for Portugal, it's actually really good. That's why you have a drama school. So you only have a drama school for high school and a drama school for university. So there's 2 schools in Lisbon. Then you have in other districts of Portugal.
Yeah. So coming to London must be a massive thing for both of you.
It's big.
Yes.
Like big.
I mean, even for me, it's big. Like, I'm from Devon.
Yeah, everything is different. Like food.
Yes.
Language, people, everything's...
Central London is the dream for every musical theatre kid.
Yeah.
You know, you're living that dream and you're actually at a drama school / conservatoire / I don't really know what bird counts as.
Yeah.
That's run by a Portuguese man, which is pretty exciting.
So you have Lewis. He is the principal.
Actually, his name is Luís de Abreu, but
yes.
I've never said it that way.
His name is Luís.
How do you say it?
I say it Luís de Abreu.
Luís de Abreu.
De Abreu. One of my last guests on the podcast calls him Lulu de Boo Boo, which is very
Lucy,
funny.
she did.
And if you haven't checked that episode out, a lot of you probably are new viewers to the channel from Portugal watching. It's a good episode you should check out. It's about neurodiversity.
And about that episode, you said there's a Portuguese drink
Oh,
called
yes.
cachaca.
Yes, it's been brought up. hasn't
Cachaça.
Cachaça.
It's not Portuguese, it's Brazilian, by the way. But
it? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, Brazilian.
Cachaça.
So I'm learning a lot. I said cachaca. I've been corrected many times.
you're learning tons of words, Portuguese
Yes.
words, right?
My favourite, I think the translation is son of God.
Oh, yeah, son of God.
Filha de puta, I believe.
Yes,
and so that's
son
what I
of
say
God.
to a lot of people around site if I think like they're a good person. I get lots of funny looks from the Portuguese students, but the English students all think
When
it's,
you say
it's
son
nice.
of God, yeah.
But I am learning. I've got some great teachers. I've started Duolingo. Kind of
You're
consistently.
failing Duolingo.
I am.
You lost on the 2 days
Lost my 2-day streak because I didn't do it on the 3rd day.
disappointment.
I know. Bird is a very busy place. How have you found the busyness of it? Do you find it busy? Firstly?
Busy and very tiring, but I'm keeping up with it.
Yeah. You've actually done studio bookings as well, which is more work.
We have done, I have no idea. We have done some student bookings, I think.
I have done one with you, Josh.
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
it together. There's a very cool clip on the Instagram.
Go watch it.
There's probably some clips that will come up of this podcast, and if you go on to, is it on your profile as well? I can't remember.
It is on her.
It's
On my story highlights.
yeah, it's the Dirty Dancing lift. If anyone is aware of what that is,
Go watch it.
But then going down into splits, which is an old gymnastic move I was taught and hadn't done in years. And also, I didn't tell Caia I was going to do it, so she kind of freaked out on the
I was
first time.
shocked. I was screaming. There's a video of me screaming after it. I was like, no
Yeah.
way, you didn't tell me you were going to do that.
Yeah, the bloopers reel is quite funny. It's really great the opportunities that we get being here, and
So
especially for me, like a boy as well.
Yeah.
Working with the boys,
And
and for you guys being Portuguese.
we were talking about this, the fact that you casually go to see a musical after class.
Oh, so
I'm
casually. Yeah.
casually going to Central London watching Wicked.
Or Moulin
Why
Rouge.
not? Oh, Moulin Rouge.
Very soon,
We're watching it on Thursday.
which is very exciting.
Very exciting.
And then potentially Greece on Friday.
We're watching Moulin Rouge on Thursday
Yeah.
and Grease on Friday.
And we've already seen Matilda.
Oh, I
Very cheap
haven't seen it
tickets
yet.
for Matilda. £10, like student things. The Moulin Rouge tickets were free
You're welcome.
through a relative, and Greece were quite cheap. I think they were over 30.
Yeah.
I've spent £33.
Me and Kai saw Hamilton.
They saw Hamilton.
We got
We
the
got-
lottery tickets, guys.
We got
Yeah.
the lottery tickets.
How does the lottery work for those who may not know?
So, you go to Today Tix and you apply for the lottery. So I've been applying for 3 weeks straight, and on the 3rd week being here, I got the lottery tickets.
Which is very lucky.
And I screamed at Kaya. I was like, Kaya, I got 2 tickets. She was like, please take me. And yeah, we went.
I have a friend that has been trying for a year. She is the 2nd year now. She has never gotten the tickets, and she tries every week.
Which is quite
So
funny.
we were
Yeah.
really lucky.
And we watch it on the first row.
Yeah, middle of the first row for
£10, yeah.
bearing in
insane.
mind
I will
you
never
could
shut up
spend
about it.
Hundreds. Several hundreds.
We met the cast as well. We got autographs. It was amazing. It was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. And the fact that if you hadn't come to London to do your training here, you wouldn't have had
Yeah.
opportunities such as that. And it's only been a couple of weeks in, and crazy things like this are already happening. London is just a great place to be. I think to be a creative,
Yeah.
like anywhere in the world, London is one of the biggest hubs for that.
and we see it in movies. And then you come here. Oh my God, I'm in a movie. My mom keeps saying I'm.
We're literally living
We are.
a movie. Yeah, which is really cool.
It's a dream. It's been my dream since I was 9. Every day I'm in Central. What is going on? It's insane to me.
Yeah. How is it like traveling over here from Portugal? you would have had to have brought quite a lot of stuff with you. You had to have left your families,
God.
left your families behind.
Oh yeah, so we could only bring. I only brought 2 big suitcases and then like a backpack, and that's what you can bring. So I had to buy everything here, like all the kitchen items, and yeah, we went to IKEA. Really
IKEA.
expensive trip. I don't want to talk about it. I'm traumatized. Very long and expensive. So yeah, we don't get the privilege of bringing our own like kitchen and bedding stuff here.
Yeah. I had a whole car just crammed with my stuff.
I wish.
I mean, literally crammed.
And
It's crazy.
for me, it's a funny story.
Okay. Tell us
So-
this funny story.
So I went with Mariana, who is also Portuguese. We went on the same flight I went with my parents and my brother, and she went with her mother. And like, our plane was delayed. Is that how you say
Delayed.
it? Delayed.
Yeah.
Sorry about
it's
my
so
English.
funny in our lessons, like you've had to ask to use Google Translate in acting today.
We
which
have been using
made-
Google
did make me
Translate.
So we were paired
chuckle.
together for acting, and we need to like search like verbs, for actions of specific things, and we know the verb in Portuguese, and we're like, I can't get the word in English. We always go on Google Translator. It's what you gotta do.
So sorry, continue your story.
So we got on the plane. We sat on the plane for 1 hour. It was bad. And then the whole flight, which is 3 hours, a lot of turbulence.
Oh,
It was
that's not good.
so bad.
not right.
Trigger warning, I threw up all over the plane.
Oh, my
It was awful. And then we got to London. There was a train strike.
Always
God,
train strike.
it was so bad. And like, we were trying to travel with our, 2 suitcases.
Huge suitcases, like really big.
I imagine, yeah.
And like trying to get to know London and trying to go to our flat. We didn't even know where it was. It was fun stuff.
The tube system as well. Had you done that much before? You must have come to London a few times beforehand.
I only went to London on my audition because we had to
your
travel.
first time?
My first time was my audition.
You'd never been to London before your audition
No.
for Bird? Okay, that is crazy to me.
Yeah, like I traveled in January.
Yeah.
So I got here. It was very cold.
Oh, yes.
Very cold.
This must be such a huge culture shock for you. Because I
Yes.
can only imagine me now, say, moving to Portugal and going to a drama school in Portugal and being so out of my depth. But however, it must be quite nice because you've got a group of Portuguese students.
Yeah, we all know each other. We're
all going through the same thing.
Seven?
Yeah.
Like it always helps having people from your culture. I feel like it has made socializing easier because then you can meet their friends. It's just easy.
Yeah, I've already met some of your Portuguese friends. Yeah.
We're the
There's another
best.
student in second year who's
Yeah.
Portuguese who was from the same school.
Yeah.
School.
Most of us are from the same school except for a girl that is from the north and a guy that is from an island, a Portuguese island. So the rest, all of us, the Lisbon people are from
Lisbon
the same
people.
school. Yeah.
Yeah. So why Bird then? Especially for all of you. Like, what made you all choose Bird? And was
Right.
there anyone who didn't get in? Is there anyone who's been left behind?
No, I think everyone who auditioned got in.
That would have been awkward.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was really
imagine.
good. So my friend that came here the year before kind of opened my eyes to Bert because I had heard about it, but I just knew like I don't want to say names, but I just knew some schools. And then of course we have very limited options because we're internationals. Some schools just don't let us apply. Other schools wouldn't let me apply because I was 17, even though I have finished secondary school and I have like a certificate that I have finished high school. But just because it's a different school system, they wouldn't let me apply. So my options were very limited. And then other schools were just asking for tons of money. We have to pay much more than you guys have to, but some schools were...
Yeah, we'll
I
get on
don't-
to some of
yeah.
the prices. I think it's such an interesting...
Don't want to talk about the prices.
if it's not something we'll delve into too much, but it's an interesting how it works because it kind of ends up just being double as the general.
Yeah,
Generally
it's
how it
double what
seems.
you pay, and we don't get loans, we don't get support. I know some countries do because we had an international meeting, and they told us that some countries get some support from their own country, but Portugal and Spain, at least that's what I know, we don't get support to study in the UK because of Brexit. Yeah.
Yeah. Funny story about Brexit. Actually, no, shall I share this?
Depends. What are you saying?
She's going to absolutely hate this. My nan voted for Brexit. She didn't really know what it was. But she did, and then found out what it was, and then the rest of my family have mocked her ever since, and she's never been able to live it down. She's lovely, but it's one of those things where it's like there's something to vote for, so it was like, oh yeah, that's what the government are promoting.
So it's your grandma's fault that we're paying tons to be here.
It is all your fault, Nan. She's such a lovely lady. She's gonna hate me saying that. Hopefully she doesn't watch this episode, but she seems to watch quite a few of them, which is so sweet. Anyway, yes, so let's go back onto the topic.
Some schools, what happened to us were like, oh, you can apply. We applied. And then they were like, do you have a British passport? We were like, oh my God. No. So we got scammed for one school here.
Let's talk about this.
So like we auditioned like self-tapes, which was very difficult.
7 self-tapes that I sent to that school.
7 self-tapes.
So one school?
One school.
Yeah.
Why 7?
They asked for 7.
Asked for like 2 monologues, 2 songs, 2 dance videos. It was like
Okay.
3 dance videos to be fair. It was 3. And then we auditioned. And then they were like, oh, we loved your audition. Do you have a British passport? We were like, we told you we're Portuguese.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, then we cannot accept you. I'm sorry. So I was like, but I paid for this audition.
Yeah.
Like, if you knew
Sorry
I
to
was
say that
Portuguese,
beforehand.
why didn't you like tell me like, oh, you can't audition, you don't have a British passport?
Yeah. We'll get on to later
Yeah.
on in the episode, so stick around for those listening or watching. We'll get on to how working visas and how kind of all of that works later on, because there's an interesting topic. I'm going to take this moment to plug the sponsor of today's video, which is you guys. If you don't subscribe, then this doesn't get promoted, and that is the sponsor, so please subscribe and give us a like. I always feel that if I don't ask for people to like the videos, then they just don't get likes, but the watch time is crazy.
I do. So we watch the whole podcast every single Monday on the way.
while we walk to
So we
school.
post Sundays, but most of our like clicks kind of come through Monday after it's settled on YouTube for a bit, or Spotify. Yeah. What did you want to say, Caia?
I just wanted to say, do you want me to tell people to subscribe, but in Portuguese?
Yes, because you probably got quite a lot of Portuguese.
Malta, subscrevam no podcast do Joshzinho, deem o vosso like, comentem, divulguem.
I'm trying to learn. But
Oh, today with the favorite, what was it? Favorite food?
oh yeah, you can say risotto.
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 I think I can say things quite well.
Yeah, it's the R sound and the li and the aum.
Risotto.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but they're teaching me a lot.
Ollie was
yeah.
like,
Cameraman Ollie.
they
and
have a hard
our
time.
mini studio audience.
Because they don't have that sound in their languages, so you're like, what?
Yeah.
but-
No, I enjoy learning it. I think it's really fun, and I
So
think
do your Duolingo, Josh.
I try
Right?
to. I've actually got a 6-day streak of not
That's
doing
a lie.
it.
That's a lie.
A 6-day streak of not
No.
doing it.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I got a notification saying like it's been 6 days. I was like, yeah, I've got a streak. But
Not
it's-
doing it.
It's not a good streak. Right, let's loop back round. If you haven't watched this podcast before, you won't realise, but I do like to go on tangents. This is like the movement theories podcast, but we basically just talk about anything to do with theatre. So it won't always be about like theories of individual movement styles. Some weeks it won't. So don't feel like you're getting catfished by the name. I'm trying to be fairly transparent. We just talk about anything theatre related, performing arts related. Let's loop back round. Okay. And do you have something to say? Do you have a question?
you said something about me being on the diploma and she being on the BA.
Yes.
That's an actual interesting fact. Because she's 17 and she's on a BA. I'm 18 and I'm on the diploma, which is
Yes.
very
but
unusual.
Not by choice, really, is it?
No, it's
Yes and no.
Yes
We've
and
talked
no.
about this before, haven't we?
Yeah, so basically, for myself, so a BA, it's so much more expensive
Yeah,
because
it's
you are
double the price.
international. So I couldn't really afford a BA. That's why I'm doing a diploma.
Yeah, because diplomas are they half the price of. So what you're paying for your diploma is basically
what you
I'm
pay for
paying my
BA.
degree, but what I'm paying for my
He's
degree
poor now.
is half of what.
No money.
Which is crazy. And so I think maybe this could loop quite nicely onto the working part. So you do your 3 years training. It's like, great, you've trained in England for 3 years. Let's go get a job. No. Before you get a job, you need to get married to an Englishman.
Yes, that's a whole story, guys. Do you want to hear? So
Yes, we would love to hear.
basically, you get a student visa when you come here, okay? and you study here for 3 years. You finish school and you get a graduating visa for 2 years. To get a British passport, you need to stay in this country for 5 years. But you need to stay...
So you'd hope... You'd hope. You'd hope.
It should be all right.
You'd hope with your graduate visa of 2 years and your 3 years of studying, that makes the 5 years up. Bam, you're sorted. You can start getting paid. Lie, big fat lie.
So basically, the 5 years to get British passport is 5 years on a work visa. Not with...
Your
But
education.
how'd you get a work visa if you don't have a British passport? They don't want you. Like, if you have an international EU passport.
So you go back to Portugal.
So we were.
Or you get married.
No, yeah, we were in the international students meeting, and the girl was like, "So guys, the only solution is get married to a British person."
Yeah.
And so that's what I have to do in 3 years. So.
Ideally, a British performer, who can then get you also into the industry.
Or a rich man.
Who's single, right? Who's single?
Comment right now if you're single. No,
It's a loop because like you can only get a job, not only, but you will mainly get a job if you have a British passport. But you can only get
pre-settled status that we don't have because we came after Brexit.
Yeah. And then you can only get a British passport if you work.
Yeah.
Can someone
Or
comment?
if you get married.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate that the 3 years that you're training here for won't count.
Yeah.
How would you then get your
You get
5
married.
years? if apart from the getting married thing, like clearly that's probably
Some
easier
people
route.
some people are very confident that the Brexit's gonna change. I'm not.
Yeah, so we've basically got 5 years for the government to switch.
I don't really know what would happen.
Do
Like,
something.
maybe you can get jobs on a graduate visa, but it's just so hard because they don't want you if they have to take care of your visa. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, why, if they can get someone from here, why would they want us?
of course.
Which
Yeah.
is very, very
Which is
unfortunate.
really tough.
Like, picture this. I tried to apply for McDonald's. That's how that. Okay, I'm desperate. And like, they were like, "Do you have a British passport?" I was like, "Even McDonald's."
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
No.
You might be able to get work at Bird's.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Please accept me. Thank you.
One of our previous guests, Tamsin Slater, she
she's
was
lovely.
she did reception work, I think.
Yeah.
So just like straight after college, you don't have to travel anywhere. Just go into a reception thing, sit there and just let people in and out. Just things you got to do your training.
Or you get married.
or you get married. But I think it's a real it really shows like how much this means to you and like how much, and I can see in like the work that you put in, because you're having to do so much more to be here than a lot of the other students. We might have a guest on in the future, Maria Liao, who
Our mother.
Yeah.
We love her.
Anna acts like the mother of the Portuguese.
She
She's
is.
slightly older. She's an old lady.
Takes care of us.
She cooks our food sometimes. She's lovely.
I'm always seeing her like booking studios and doing extra things and like very impressive.
You're international, so you need to be good.
You
That's
moved
true.
countries to be here, so you really want this. You know, it's not something you take for granted. I think that's the difference. Some people here
Yes.
may have that.
May.
Not all of them.
No.
Because so many talented and hardworking people here. But maybe
I'm
that's
not
the main
saying that the
difference.
Portuguese are the best and like they
Yeah, no.
work harder than everyone else, but like you
It's
will
just-
work hard full stop. There
We're
isn't a
really
single
grateful to
student
be
who
here,
don't.
so we work hard.
I think it's very easy as a Brit to fall into kind of that mentality of like, oh, I could just go back home to Devon, or like it's quite easy for me.
And we need to give the biggest shout out to our parents because
Oh
like
yeah, 100%.
they are sacrificing everything for us to be here.
And they must be terrified as well.
They
My
are.
mum's terrified that I'm
Yeah.
4 hours away. You guys are in
Yeah.
a whole other country.
It's very hard and like they're trying.
Yeah.
Love you, Mum and
We love you.
There you go. Little shout out to the
Tiago.
parents. I hope
Ashley
they're watching
Hui.
this. That'd be great. Get me that watch time. I've become such a watch time like freak. I love statistics. I know you said that you did math.
We have a statistic for the price we pay for a day at Bird.
Oh, shut up.
We're not going to say
not
what
talk
it
about
is.
prices.
Oh,
We're
but
not
I'm
going to
so
talk
interested.
about. No, we're not going to talk about it. But it's just so you know how desperate we are.
So you've worked out then how much each day costs.
Yes,
I haven't done that. Now.
it's a lot.
We never skip school.
Yeah, it really puts
Never.
into perspective then, like, if this is costing me this much each day, I've got to go to
yeah,
all my
yeah.
lessons. You know, I mean, I've missed one lesson, but I was really, really ill. but I'm trying to go to all of them. It can be hard, especially with things like shows and like illnesses. The days can be really long.
The days are long. Sometimes we start at 8:30 and we finish at 7. That's our Thursday. And then you just get days where you have like 3 dance classes straight after one after the other. So it's hard. The days are long and intense. So you get home, you just want to sleep, eat and sleep.
Yeah.
It's actually been quite hard to keep this podcast going. It's been such a struggle.
Yeah.
Especially like editing it as well. Because like I've got to take time out of my week to do the filming, and then like, I have a really, really busy week. And then I've got to like edit it together, and it usually ends up being Sunday morning. I get up really early and do it all to release it. But then it's rushed and it's not always as good.
And like the biggest thing is here, it goes dark so fast.
It's dark, yes, dark already.
Not yet.
Not yet, but I know it will.
It will be faster, yeah.
And like in the temperature, it's all so
I will
different.
be depressed.
Same.
I quite like it later in the year, to be honest
No.
with you.
Oh no.
I like
No.
summer's cool, but I like it when it's winter. It's
So if
cold and
some people-
cozy. Yeah, wrap up in a blanket. Watch
No.
Because
House
some
of
people
hot
don't know, in Portugal, the hottest we have. I'm not going to say Lisbon. I'm going to talk Portugal, like all Portugal.
general.
In general, will be like 40 something degrees is like our hottest, and the
Same as
lowest we
Portugal.
have. I just know Lisbon. It would be like 10 degrees. 8, 10. Like 8, it's like really, really cold for us.
I'm so excited for it to snow here.
seen snow.
You've never?
No.
Wow. Okay,
I'm
yeah.
so
It usually
excited.
It usually snows in London each year.
Everyone is shocked behind
not
the camera.
always,
Yeah.
Not always down south, but
It's supposed to
snow
snow.
this year.
When? Now.
this Christmas.
Today was really nice though. Today it was like 25 degrees. It was sunny the whole day. It was really nice.
Yeah, it was a good
Love
day.
this weather.
And
Yeah.
like, do you guys like actually play with snow? This is a serious
Yeah.
question. Do you?
Yeah.
So, so
Whatever
it's
age.
like the movies. So
Whatever age.
yes.
Any
want to build a snowman?
any hills, anything. I'll be
can we
sliding
play?
down, making snowballs, snowmen, all of that.
So excited.
I never did that before.
Christmas in London is incredible. It is.
I did my audition in December. I came here.
We know.
I think it was my first time seeing London in Christmas time. I was like shocked. I was in awe of everything. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
How long were
'Cause-
you here for?
What?
When you came for your audition?
Oh, I stayed for 2 days. I stayed at my friend,
Only 2 days.
Maria's
So you-
house.
You didn't get to experience it as much as you will now.
Yeah, so I did the audition day, and then I did another day exploring the city, and then I went back because I had rehearsals for our show, because we had a show like in a week, and I couldn't miss. It was tech rehearsals, like
Yeah.
dress rehearsal. I mean, yeah.
And like this girl came to rehearsal. She landed and she was straight from the plane to rehearsal.
That is.
Yeah, because
is
we
very
were
impressive.
still in classes. So I missed classes to travel here for my audition because I did in January.
I just missed school during the week,
Fair
and
enough.
then I came back on Saturday.
I couldn't because I was doing a show as well, because we were doing a show in our musical theatre school and I was doing a show
I
in
see.
my drama school. So on a school afternoon, so I was in school in the morning, and then I had my suitcase with me at school, and then I went to the plane, traveled here, did my audition, saw Moulin Rouge, and then
Matilda.
talked to Jamie Muscato. Sorry, I needed to say this. And then landed back and went to school again.
This week is his last week, isn't it?
And we're watching it.
We're
And
watching it.
for free tickets, which is brilliant.
Yeah, free
It's been
tickets.
epic. I think you guys are going to really love being here. I haven't like spent Christmas in London before myself. I've just come up for little days. So having the whole time, it's going to be.
I know I'm going to get ill though. I will.
Yeah, I might. I usually
Minus
get
10.
colds
Someone
and
said it
stuff,
was going to be
but
like minus 10. Is it like...
I don't know what temperature it'll get, but
I
it'll
won't
get
leave the
cold.
house. I will be sad.
I get a blanket to school.
Probably. I've got one of those hoodies, and I think I'll go to school wearing an hoodie several times.
How did you say that?
An hoodie.
It's a very, very large hoodie.
It's a dressing gown, but without like the bit in the middle. Imagine just a jumper
Do we have
that's
that?
really big and is a dressing
We
gown. And fluffy.
We don't need that. Yeah, we don't have it because we don't need it.
No, they're so comfy. I wear them like now. That's great. But during Christmas,
I'm just thinking about ballet. How are we going to do ballet with our leotards
we're going
when
to be
it's...
freezing. Our warm-ups are going to have to be so long.
Why does everyone here turn the aircon on when it's cold? And I'm wearing my zipper, and people are like, "Oh my god, I'm sweating. Can we turn the aircon
I
on?"
think that's probably just a Portuguese thing.
Oh my god! And I'm like, "No."
We're used to the
So first week here, they were like, "Oh my god, it's so in here, so hot. Can we turn the aircon on?" And me and Kai were like,
Yeah.
I was fully chattering my teeth.
"Yeah, it was so cold."
First week, it was we
No.
had 30 degrees.
First week was really, really fine.
week was-
Yeah, it was really. So everyone's saying that we brought the weather with us because it's really weird.
went downhill
The
from
fact that
Funny thing, it was like a rainstorm in Portugal, so it was raining. It was the end of summer, so it would be like 30 degrees normally, but they just had like a storm and rain, and we were having 30 something degrees here
In London.
It was,
brought the weather.
yeah, everyone was
Yeah.
saying, all my family members were like, "You brought the weather with you?"
Yeah, that first week was hot, and I'm glad it's over because I can't deal well with the heat.
I loved it. I was thriving.
I really can't deal with
I
it.
loved it. I hate cold. I know
the
I'm
cold.
here,
I like
but like,
wrapping up and just getting cozy. Sorry, let's wrap round.
yeah. Sorry, we were about weather
Let's
now.
wrap back to the performing arts side of things. Let's go back the classic question of what is your dream show? What is your dream role?
So I'm more of
dream
a
job.
actor singer
Okay.
than a dancer. So
So
I would
less
love,
ensemble and more in the thick of it.
but I would love to be ensemble.
Oh yeah, me too.
But like, so if they did the show, I would love to be in musical.
Carrie.
I would love it because it's a lot like my voice type. So I would love to do it.
I see.
And it's a lot like acting. It's a lot like that, and I would love to be in it. If not, maybe. Well, I would love to say Chicago, but like I would never. Let's be real.
No, be more confident.
I already played my dream character, Roxy Hart in Chicago.
I forgot about it.
Girl. So yeah, it would be Roxy Hart that I already did, but I would love to do it professionally. And Millie in Thoroughly Modern Millie.
I haven't seen.
Oh my God, Josh!
I've seen Chicago, I haven't
Educate
seen.
yourself.
I do need to. Lewis was saying it's very important to know things.
Oh,
be
Matilda. When I
knowledgeable.
was young, I wanted to be Matilda. I was Matilda. I would perform the whole show in my house, and yeah.
I wasn't doing musical theatre when I was a kid. I've only the last couple of years, so it is why I'm a little bit behind on.
You will catch up.
On
We will help you.
Well, I've got 3 years here. Yeah.
Oh, you were going to be in Newsies.
I would like to be in the ensemble of Newsies. Yeah.
I remembered I want to play Veronica in Heathers.
I'm yet to see Heathers as well. I will. I was
Well,
actually,
it's closed now, isn't it?
well, it was on in Leicester on the tour, and I had the opportunity to see it then, but I was doing something else. I was doing NYMT. Do you have anything like NYMT in Portugal?
NYMT. What's
So
that?
it's the National Youth Music Theatre. So it's like the flagship youth program for musical theatre.
Definitely
in the UK.
not.
So are there any things? Because so how it works is like everyone from around the country sends off some like self tapes and stuff, and then you go to this first round audition. You get recalled to the second round, and from the second round they put you into one of 3 shows. And so it's like all of like the top talents basically of young people.
Wish.
There's like from drama schools, people from universities, people who are younger. I was really lucky, and so I did The Boy Who Served a new musical, The Boy Who Served the Ocean in an Armchair this year, and so I spent 2 weeks my summer doing that. In
Oh, we have like summer
some
workshop.
workshops, programs.
But no, we don't have that.
We don't really have like a
Yeah.
thing like
Oh, yeah.
that, but
So
yeah.
also the other really cool thing is that the people they get in to like direct it, choreograph it, and music direct it are all current West End directors, choreographers, or not just West End, but like physical theatre
One
companies,
day.
etc. So I had someone from Guys and Dolls. He does assistant MD, Guys and Dolls, but the orchestrator of my show is the actual MD of Cabaret on West End, Ben Ferguson.
I will
He is-
see it on my birthday.
he's
I
cool.
will.
He's
I
cool.
will.
Yeah. So the
Right,
guy
Mum
who
and
music
Dad,
directs
thank
that,
you.
I've talked to. I've actually had several discussions because also when you're 18 plus, you can go out to like the bars and stuff. And so I've literally been next to him at a bar like, so tell me about Cabaret because I don't know much about it. And I think he's used to lots of people like knowing everything and being obsessed. Being fairly new, it was like,
Yeah.
who's this kid being like, what do you do for a living? What's Cabaret? Which is quite funny. So there's nothing like that in Portugal.
There's an interesting project that started last year, I think. I joined that project and I'm so happy. I don't know if I can say the name. I think so. MTL Lisbon, which is Music Theatre Lisbon. So they brought Broadway actors, but like really big Broadway
cool.
actors to do workshops with us. And then they kind of created it's sort of a company, and now I think they're doing shows. I think they're announcing one today. really cool. We did a summer thing with them too, and it's just like musical theater performers in Portugal joined together. And the workshop, I did one with Rob McClure. Does anyone know? Probably performed Beetlejuice, Mrs. Doubtfire. Okay, he did tons of things.
Haven't seen them, but I've heard of them.
He's really big, and he did a workshop with us, and it was insane. It was like the best thing ever.
That's amazing.
So that's the thing that happened in Portugal, and I feel like the musical theater industry is going to grow a lot because of it.
Yes.
Oh my god, I have so much hope in that project.
It's still very much progressing.
Yeah.
So it's still very much progressing forwards. Like
It is.
There's been tons for you guys to get involved with.
So people don't really go to the theater much.
In Lisbon.
Like, yeah, so, because someone said to me that it's because of the weather, because, like, here, since, I don't really believe that, but, like, some people said that it would be because here it's very cold, so people like to be in the theater and all that.
That's a lie, because Spain now has a musical theater industry. You know, now they have Legally Blonde, Book of Mormon, Chicago. They have tons of musicals on right now. Like, huge productions, you know, Western productions, but in Spain, in Spanish. And we don't have it. Because I really don't know why.
Not yet.
Not yet.
The 7 of you guys who are training at Bow College currently, 5-6 years time,
We will make something happen.
You're each going to set up your
We
own
will.
shows, and in Portugal there's going to be these 6 massive shows created by these Bird College
It would be
students.
insane if we had a musical theater in Portugal because we have so many talented performers.
Yeah.
It's
My
But
dad
it wouldn't be
asked
called
me,
West End though, because obviously West End is it's the West End of London.
no idea what we would call it.
So it'd be something, whatever. And,
My dad asked me to create a musical about Prince. I will, Dad. I will. One day.
One day, yeah. Are you interested in the creative side? Like,
Well, personally, not really. For me, like, I would like to be
doing,
doing it,
performing, yeah. I think,
I would say the same.
yeah, no, I obviously would love to, but I'm not like the most confident, like creative wise.
Yeah.
But I want to start getting involved more.
I would
'cause
love
it's
to
a
be
good skill to
creative,
have.
but I don't know. It was yeah. And I feel like I'm better at like doing things like you tell me to do this and I will perform this than being like, how can we stage this, you know?
Yeah, okay, that's...
I'm better at like, okay, do this, let's go. And I do it.
Yeah, things I like teaching things and leading things, and when I'm on my own, I like kind of coming up with my own bits of like material. But I think because my head, I've said on other podcasts, like is very much contemporary based. That's the way I still think, and so because all this musical theatre stuff is still quite new, like I couldn't create a musical piece. In 3 years, we will have to for our dissertations.
We will.
But we're not there yet,
terrified.
thankfully. We've still got time to learn. And
Terrified.
grow.
I have a question for you, Josh. Like,
Okay.
why did you choose Bird when you're like contemporary trained?
There's a fair amount to unpack here.
Because I've been wondering.
Yeah, good question. So
Contemporary and acrobatics.
I'm a contemporary dancer and I'm an ex acrobatic gymnast. The reason
Really good.
I've come to musical theatre, so I've always liked like doing things like lots of different things. I don't like just doing the same thing, and I found my contemporary dance training ended up being very repetitive, and like I'd done the junior ballet as a kid, so I'd been in the environment of like doing the very much repetitive the same thing, and I got invited to audition for a Royal Ballet School, and I went no, I didn't want to. I've never really enjoyed ballet. I know it's useful, so that's why ballet is kind of pushed to the side recently. I'm still in dance sport, but that's that's fine.
Because I was wondering, because at least me, I was at a musical theater kid since I was 9. So like this makes sense. But like you just like decided like okay, let's go this way.
So I ended up quitting gymnastics and dance in the space of like kind of 3 years ago. Contemporary dance, because I used to do a thing called a CAT scheme, so it's like the Centre of Advanced Training. They have them all around the country. I did the Swindon CAT, which had a branch in Exeter, and so like I enjoyed it, and I always like felt myself being a very confident, like creative and like improv and stuff in contemporary, but I just didn't like the whole repetitive nature. I kind of went for a rough patch of gym and a rough patch with the dance, and I was like, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. I then had a crush on a girl called Kaitlin McCann, who was in...
We love Kaitlin!
Who was in...
We love her.
This local musical theatre company that I'd heard of, and I'd seen a few shows. And I think it was partly that and partly wanting to try something new. I ended up auditioning and got into the same company as her. I've done 3 shows with them. And I was like, this is fun. And so during my A-levels, I took an A-level in dance, one in drama, and one in media. Media, why I'm doing this, dance and drama, why I'm doing musical theatre now. And that's influenced me a little bit more.
And that's why we love Kaitlin.
And Kaitlin is amazing.
Our love, Kaitlin.
Nearly 2 years strong. It's been good. It's been really good. And so yeah, just to kind of wrap up, I was sending off my applications for university, and I'd done some musical theatre ones. I went, I'll just give it a shot, see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, I went for pure acting. I went for acting musical theatre. I went for more singing musical theatre. I went for dance musical theatre. I also started writing applications for London Contemporary Dance School and Rambert. I never finished them because I went partway through. So I ended up just doing musical theatre ones. I only got offered the place at Bird, which was the contemporary dance. Like, my audition was very contemporary, whereas Erdang was very jazz. Hadn't done jazz before. So it's when everyone asks, like, oh, what are you? Are you a dancer? Or are you a singer or an actor? I'm like, well, I'm a dancer, but only in one of the disciplines that we learn. And otherwise, I do gymnastics. So it's why that's been quite tough, because, like, I've always identified as being strong in dance, yet my first jazz lesson was here. My first commercial lesson was here.
True.
Like,
that's very interesting.
here.
Tap. So we're three. So
We're
the
all in
three
tap
of us,
support.
we are three in tap support.
Never had tap before.
Never had tap before.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
But I'm myself becoming more confident in singing.
Yeah.
I've had some very encouraging tutors been here, and the acting kind of so. So we'll see where I go. I've been able to pick things up quite quickly, I think, just because I've got that kind of solid base. But otherwise, everything I found pretty full on and challenging.
That's very interesting that you just decided, because, like, for example, I've always wanted to do this. Like, my head was always like, you're going to get into London. I don't care. You're going to get into London and you're going to study musical theatre. Same for Caia, I think. And, like, it's very interesting to hear someone that is already from England and be like, oh yeah, I decided it. And, like,
A couple of years ago.
You never had acting before?
I'd done drama in school.
Okay.
So, like, that was all right and stuff with them. But not like what we're kind of doing here.
It's good because Bird has so many, like, different people.
Yeah.
You have ballet dancers, you have tap,
Not me.
insane tap dancers.
Some insane.
You have, like, triple threats. You have singer-actors who never danced before. You
Yeah.
have everything. It's such a cool...
It is a weird one. But, like, I'm a dancer, but just in one discipline. And so I found that quite difficult.
So crazy. You have so many talented people here.
And crazy, yeah. And like we're here with
crazy.
them. We're here like with them. Alongside
Yeah.
them. It's like, am I really equal? I don't think I'm equal to them. What do you mean? Why have I been accepted?
I look at
Really?
some people in our class, I'm like,
Yeah, no, some people are crazy.
wow.
Oh, yeah, by the way, we're all in the same class. We all got
Yeah.
put together.
We all
together.
go. Yeah. So interesting fact, me and Kai have been in the same class since we were 14.
And you're still
now,
together now.
we're each other.
Stuck forever.
Yeah, you're gonna end up graduating, auditioning for a show, and then both being in the same show.
Imagine.
Let's do Chicago again, please.
Imagine.
Oh yeah. So for people that don't know, we did Chicago in Portugal, not a professional. Not professionally. It was for school, and I did Mama Morton, and she was my Roxy. We got put in the same cast as well.
Yeah, and who knows after this? Might end up in the same
We got
cast.
stuck with each
We
other.
will do it
For
again.
life.
I'm manifesting.
Yeah, you're gonna end up like marrying two British brothers as well.
Imagine.
Yeah.
So comment if you haven't already.
Yeah, if you're a British man and you've got a British brother and you're both single.
Hi, we need a British passport.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
I find it insane that it works like that. Like, it's just...
Yes.
It is crazy
I told my
They
parents
don't want us here. That's what it is.
I was like,
Yeah.
Mom, I'm engaged. I don't know who is yet, but yeah, come to my wedding. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I find it mad. I find it mad. And I
Yeah.
hope that give it a couple of years, the government, some things might change round and we'll see what it's like. Although there are being talks that in England, the government are adding in that you do English and maths up until 18 and they're going to like cut some of the funding for the arts. They don't want as many people at drama school because they don't need
Yeah.
as many people. Happy about that? Sad about that? I wasn't sure what my reaction was. Yeah, I know. I wasn't sure. I couldn't tell what I was trying to read his lips. So yeah, our current Prime Minister is going to try and implement maths and English up until 18. Wouldn't work well for me. I'm glad I got to do media, drama and dance at an A level. And I don't know how well it would work for many other people.
It's very easy to feel left out. We actually got very lucky, but it's very easy to feel left out with all of this Brexit and all of this But we actually got very lucky. We have amazing friends.
Yeah.
Do we? I don't know.
I also think it's really interesting that the second year, who's now second year, like they came to Bird, and then like the next year, like 7 of their friends just like followed with them.
It's like the dwarves. 7 dwarves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like she showed that it was possible, and we were like, oh my god, we can go to Bird College, because we thought London was out. Out of the league because of Brexit, and then we were like, oh wait, there's this college that accept us, because Bird is very inclusive, and so we have tons of internationals. It's not like other drama schools; they get like 1 per year or 2 max. So you feel included.
Yeah.
When you have more people like
I hadn't heard about auditioned, and because whilst I was doing my research to search where I was going to go, it was actually Kaitlin who told me I should go here, and when I got offered the place and put into the group chat and then saw how many like international students there were, I was like, whoa, that's cool. Like that they've taken so many.
And like even the students, like for example, just the fact that you guys like tried to learn Portuguese or tried to learn our name correctly, like that's actually a big thing for us, and like you feel like inclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's nice. I think the group that we have at the moment is a really sweet.
I was so scared before coming here about making friends. I thought I was going to be alone. And it was actually so easy. Like with my flatmates, the first night, it felt like I knew them for like years.
That is so sweet. Yeah.
That was
Shout out to our flatmates because they are amazing.
Flatmates. It's not the same, different flatmates, but I love my flatmates.
And I love my flatmates.
Yeah. It's nice because in this accommodation, you have this nice big communal area that everyone kind of gathers in. My flat, I'm with 2 other girls. We have a small kitchen, and so we don't very regularly kind of bump into each other. And you guys have kind of all done things as flats, and it's very different in where I'm living because it's so much smaller.
I would recommend for every first year to come here on the first year.
Avery
I wouldn't know them. I wouldn't know my flatmates. I wouldn't have these hangouts. We hang out every night, almost. Yeah. Just like we chat in the kitchen, we catch up, we have parties, we have hangouts. It's just amazing for first years to meet everyone. Everyone stays in this area, so you can just like go downstairs. Fortunately, Josh is not here, but I bet you wanted to now.
Yeah, well, yeah, since
you basically live here now.
Since coming, I've been very lucky that I've been accepted by the international
Portuguese
students.
Community.
Yeah, and that I've been allowed to kind of come here so often. I chose to live where I'm living now because it's quite near to Bird, and I'm not very good in the mornings, and so the 40-minute walk it would be if you walked from here, I couldn't do. You guys get the bus. Some people cycle.
Well, we've been walking now. Really depends on our mood.
When we're tired, we get the bus. When we feel inspired, we walk and listen to your podcast.
Yes, we do.
That's what you should do, guys.
It's crazy.
Guys, you should wake up. I always wake up at 6:30 and I listen to Josh. And then I go to school.
Which is the maddest thing.
I Bird and he's there and he speaks again and I'm like, shut up. I've been listening to your voice for 2 hours now.
Yeah, I find that absolutely mental. I got a message being like, oh, one of us is listening to this episode and someone's listening to this episode. And it was like early in the morning.
Yeah.
And I leave my house at like 8:15. Sometimes 8 o'clock if we need to get early. But for our academics, I usually leave 8:15, 8:20. And it's lovely because it's what suits. I'm not good with the mornings. And if you're like that, then you're going to have to put a bit more work in and find somewhere else closer to stay. Otherwise, student accommodation here is where most people...
It's very nice.
Most people come to. What's good with London is all of the extracurricular opportunities. Have you guys delved into those much? Because I've done some acro classes. There are also base classes or pineapple or whatever in Central.
So I haven't already. We are going to do the...
On half term, I'll be there, like base or pineapple. I will be there.
Me too.
We're going there, and then we are also doing the acro classes on Thursday.
This week?
Not this week.
Oh, come on, guys.
I'm not doing acro, I'm sorry.
What, full stop?
I am.
You should
I've never done acro before, but I will.
No.
Oh, actually...
A back bend.
That's where you go to learn how to do these
No, I would
things.
cry because you'd all be like tumbling and...
No, not everyone there is
and like,
doing the coolest things.
No, I see the videos.
It's just me.
It's scary.
I'm joking.
No,
I'm joking. Oh my god.
Acro is not for me.
No. It's really
I can do a cartwheel.
Just to learn the basics.
I can do a
And
cartwheel.
everyone's really supportive and nice.
I don't know.
No, generally they are. Now, some people who go can do some really cool things, and I've got a few friends who can do some cool tumbles, and I kind of learn things with them. But there are lots of people who kind of like stay in their own little groups or whatever, just learning some basic things. And I think for a performance course like the one we're on, these extra skills, adding them into your toolkit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Really useful. Even if you can just learn how to do like a round off. Like by the end of the 3 years, if you set yourself the goal to be able to do a round off back handspring, just by
Let's start with a back bend.
Yeah, obviously, but by the end of the 3 years, if you guys have a personal goal, that can be used in shows and can give you just a little bit of an edge. For me, my goals for the end of the 3 years is to get a really solid standing tuck, like a really solid where I know exactly how I'm going to do it each time. I could do it on a moving cruise ship, like really solid. And then the other one is to be able to do round off back handspring into a 360, maybe double twist that I can do really solid.
I cannot imagine, like, I don't have an image of what you're saying. First of all, because it's in English.
Okay.
And then because I just don't know that vocabulary yet.
So let me try and explain. But I'm giving myself 3 years to get like a really solid one, because then you can do those in shows and it's like, it's outstanding. Do you know what a round off is?
No.
Okay. A cartwheel where you join your legs at the top and then spring onto your feet.
Rodada.
You cannot do that.
I can.
Oh.
No, because that's the prep for the trick.
Oh.
We call it...
Individually.
Right.
Got it.
Together.
Yeah.
We call it... Rodada? Rodada.
Okay, so a rodada is where... Do you know what a back handspring is?
Yes.
Like where you...
back handspring.
When you jump onto your back hand
Yeah.
and then...
What do we call that?
I don't know.
So I can do a rodada. I can do the back handspring. So that's like one set. And that's what I think you guys should try and aim to learn over 3 years. And you can break it down really small, and they've got equipment there to learn. It's just a really good trick. Someone who's been doing it a bit longer, my aim is to try and do... So you know a backflip?
Yes.
So a backflip, but without
Mortal.
tucking. So you stay straight. So your body stays straight as you go round. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I've seen you do that on your Instagram.
Yes. So you stay straight, and as you're straight, you then like this, and you do 2 rotations, 2 full rotations of your body before landing.
That's cool.
So I've posted a clip of me doing them into
Not me.
like doing a single one or whatever into a pit. What over the 3 years, what I want, and I've talked to the gym coach there. I want to learn how to do the double one at the end of a back handspring and land it like straight really well, not just like hit and miss. Because where I'm currently at in first year, every now and then, flat on normal ground, every now and then I could do round off back handspring into a back flip. Every now and then. Now, I want to get that really solid as my next goal. I then want to be able to get the straight back really solid, round off back handspring, straight back really solid. After that, single twist. After that, double twist. That's my 3 years goal. For you guys, learn how to do it because you've never done
Back
it before.
bend.
Learn how to do a back bend. Learn how to do a back walkover. Learn how to, on a roller, jump back, land on your hands, and like kick your legs.
You're thinking too high now.
Like 3 years though, and then
You
from there
have that much
maybe.
faith.
Yeah, I have faith in 3. I think anyone in 3 years, if they go each week or every other week, can learn how to do that. And I think it's a really useful skill for shows as well.
True.
I think you could. I generally think you could. But you've got 3 years, which is a long time. It's a good amount of time. Yeah. So those are my goals. I think you guys should have those goals. Please come to gymnastics. I
We
would love
will.
to see you there.
There's a topic we need to talk about, which is language.
Language. Well, the language barrier or both? Okay. Do you want to start off on this one?
I can start about it. So, first thing, it has come to a point where me and Kai have no idea what language we're speaking. Like, for example, the two of us like are talking, and then we finish the conversation, and we were like, "What language were we speaking like 10 minutes ago?" We mix languages now. So, like, for example, it's so bad. Someone says to me something in English, and I'll be like, instead of saying what I want to say in English, I'll say in Portuguese, and then be like, that's not it.
Sometimes it's in the middle of sentences. I did that like just right before we started recording. I said like blah, 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 whatever, and then I said something in Portuguese, and then I went back to English. I was like, why did I say that? It's like, you know, those things like, you know, like I'd say like sabes.
Yeah, as someone who's only single lingual, whatever the word, single lingual, I can't even like comprehend just being so like clever that
It's
you
so
can
fun.
switch between
You can
Pardon?
switch so easily.
monolingual, single-lingual.
It's so fun. You can switch so easily,
Yeah.
and people are like so impressed. Then I can change to
Yeah.
English like that.
I've got a cool little question. I know the answer from Marta, but no, Marta, but not everyone would know. How did you learn English?
So, fun fact. The way we learn English in school is like you guys would learn Spanish. It's not that good. So,
Yeah.
the way I have learned...
Same.
It's not the same, but like it really depends on the school. Wait.
I have something to add. Is that here you start Spanish? In what grade do you start Spanish?
I never did it. I did French in year
Right,
year 10 and 11. 2 years. 2 years
we
different.
start in first grade, so it's different. But the quality of the classes is the same. So not good. You just learn it by yourself, basically.
So the way I've learned it is Netflix.
Which I think is incredible.
So like I would just watch because in Portugal the movies and TV shows are in English with Portuguese subtitles. So I would just like copy it and learn it, and eventually I took the subtitles up, and that's it. My brother, for example, he doesn't speak English.
Got you. How old
Yeah.
is he?
13.
I see. Get him watching
That's
Netflix then.
I tried, but he really liked Brazilian content, so
I see. I see.
I know.
It's one of those things where if you don't have like the passion for it, it's quite hard to really push
Yeah.
yourself. Like trying with my Duolingo, I'm yet to
You're not trying.
develop that fire. And some lessons I'm really passionate and I like really over exceed. And then some lessons it maybe it's because I'm low on blood sugar or I'm tired. I just don't have the same drive. And there's a massive difference in how well I perform.
For me, learning English, so I started learning English in school when I was young. And then also, I would read in English. My parents made me read in English when I was like 10. So I would read books in English,
Yeah.
like easy books, you know? And then it just progressively went to like watching TV shows and listening to songs. And hi, Noah.
He
It
must
just
hate
went
the
to,
fact we do this.
I learned a lot by... I love musicals and by... come in. It's Ron. Okay.
We're in
Yeah.
we're in a
this is-
position.
yeah,
We're in a
another
Portuguese
Portuguese. I just learned by watching musicals. I think my English got much better when I started like watching musicals without subtitles. I would watch, you know, the illegal recorded versions. Yeah, then also karaoke, singing songs,
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's true.
trying like monologues, reading in English. I think you just
Yeah.
try your
I've
best.
got a question. This is a translation question. How do you say push in Portuguese?
Yeah, about that. So, in Portugal, push means to pull.
oh yeah, it's the opposite.
So, Josh has been making fun of
It's
us.
so funny. It's
So
amazing.
push is empurre and pull is push. So every time I get to a door, I stop and I stare at it.
Yeah. They always pause. I always let them go in front of me by doors as well. So I
He's
could just
always
watch.
mocking us because
them
we
go.
stand in front of the door, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
And also
I
no
never
one
get it
else
right.
realizes this. It's
like
just me.
today, remember, like we were walking through a door, and I was like, I look at it, I was like, oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
so bad. And like
It's so funny.
today, I looked at the door, and he was like, you got it.
Girl, you got
oh,
it.
I know, push is this.
Pull. Wait, no.
Pull is this.
I was like, push means empurrar. No,
Yeah, they struggle. They
we
really
struggle. And like, it's another thing. Like, we've learned American English. So it's really hard because we don't say trousers, we say pants. We don't say,
I will never say biscuits. I'm sorry.
we say cookies.
Yeah, that's wrong. Something I'm interested in is how you cope with British people who have strong accents.
Oh my
We've
God.
got some Northerners.
Oh my
in our
God.
group.
So my flatmate Lily, she's amazing, but she's Northern.
Lily
May.
May.
So she's amazing. Basically, first time she came into my flat, she started to speak. I was like, is she speaking English?
Sorry, we've got our studio audience doing TikTok dances
We have
in the
a
background.
whole.
No! Oh, that's so bad.
Insane
from
class
me.
today. So good.
No, that's awful. I call that. I guess TikTok is. It is. Sam Stanley, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. TikTok is commercial though, isn't it? Like the ones we see, it's very.
I have no
Anyway,
idea.
sorry. Just move on. Actually, I will come to you guys to see if you've got any questions for our lovely. No. All right, Mariana. Sorry, keep going. Yeah.
What were we saying? Oh,
Accents.
oh yeah. So she came to flat and she started to speak English, and I swear to God, I was like, she's not speaking English to me. It's not English. And then, but now
I
I'm
find
used to
hard
it now.
Understand, yeah.
The Liverpool accent.
Oh yeah, Scouse.
Oh my God.
Like
Yeah.
Can you understand what?
No.
Is that English?
That was English.
Is that?
It was a very bad attempt.
What
but,
accent is that?
That's how some Liverpudlians people speak.
No, that was
So,
bad. Is that how they speak? Yeah, no, like that.
Not all of them, no.
I have a hard
One of
time
our old
understanding.
guests, Emma, is from that area. Doesn't speak with that accent, but hates it when I do the
Our
impression.
accent is fine, but we have another girl from Liverpool in our group, and it's way harder to
Yeah,
understand.
her accent is really strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, really strong.
normally it's okay.
I'm
yeah.
interested to see how you guys get on when we actually, like, in our accents class, when we delve into doing, like,
The
accents.
RP.
Yeah, because at the moment we've just been looking at, like, how the mouth and
I
voice
feel like my
work.
accent right now is just a mix of both. So let's see how it goes. I have no idea. Like I can do American maybe more easily than you guys.
Maybe.
At least when we're reading and they ask us like do American, some people just don't do it.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I find accents quite challenging. The American I give a go, but it's not very strong. I haven't had. I mean, again, I haven't been doing this for super long. I haven't actually had a class where I've been taught how to do an accent before, so that's why.
That's why we're here, guys.
But we jump straight into like our MT tech stuff, and it's like do
Yeah.
the accent, and I'm like, I don't know how.
But our
I give it a
accent
try.
now is just so weird. Like we were talking about how you say like before I came here, I used to say bottle of water. Now I
Bottle of
say
water.
bottle of water.
Oh no, I say bottle of water, girl.
Thank you, Riley. Thank you.
A bottle of water,
A bottle of water.
please. Oh my god, actually, I know I can do Porsche.
I'm told that I posh, but I think
No,
it's because
I-
I speak.
I will shut up now because that was embarrassing. Sorry.
I can't distinguish that. Like some people say, "Oh, you sound posh." I'm like, "You just sound English."
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. This was sorry, but like I don't. The first week I was here, I didn't understand accents. Everyone was talking the same to me.
Interesting.
Except for the Newcastle accent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my flatmates. Yeah.
Yeah, she was in our group, and I was like,
she's a very.
I'm sorry,
she's very
girl.
funny.
I just really don't get it.
Yeah.
Please.
Just you wait until you hear
Translate.
like a proper Southerner accent. I don't have one, but when you it's quite good. Especially like fishermen. Fishermen have the best accents from down south. Fishermen.
Skadursh.
Skudush.
Oh, fisherman.
Yeah.
Had to translate. them
But
up.
like
She
where
was-
I worked, they had some like a really thick accent. Flatmates.
My flatmates are having their lives
Crazy.
behind the camera.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, I'm quite disappointed in myself because I forgot to put some backlighting up, which means there's going to be no gap.
Oh,
We
we
have
have
the
the
Portuguese
Portuguese.
flag.
Is it on the frame?
I don't know. Yeah. But usually I always forget one thing each recording, and this week it was the fact to put up the backlighting. My birthday's coming soon, and fingers crossed I'm going to get some proper.
Our birthday is coming soon.
Yeah, mine's slightly
before
slightly
yours.
before
Yeah.
yours.
I'm excited for my
and
birthday,
actually, I'm pretty
guys.
sure I'm going to change around how I'm doing my whole birthday purely because of you, because you're not able to go out yet.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm such a nice person.
You are. No, you're not.
Yeah, so then your birthday is after, and then you can actually
I think I am minor in the BA.
Yeah, I think you're.
I think I am.
But I think that's because of the international.
Yes. In the BA, not in like the general. Oh, there was one more, but she's 18 already. Maida.
Oh, she already took. Oh.
Hi, Maida, if you're watching this. Yeah, right now, yeah. So it's kind of a struggle, but I find ways to go out.
Is there?
So bad. I'm joking. No.
No, I was just wondering if there's any questions that our studio might be interested in.
Ollie, do you have any questions?
In knowing, Mariana's from Portugal as well. Is another.
Yeah.
Are you?
Is that
I'm
another
not-
podcaster?
I'm from Liverpool.
Not as good, obviously, as the Movement Theories podcast.
Josh,
Purely because this is current. You've stopped now. You need to start again. Good. I'm glad.
do you want to hear our biggest fear?
Yeah, we'll get on to that
I'm
then.
joking.
All right. You're just two elites, clearly. But you do that in Portugal, like Portuguese. Yeah, not I say in Portugal, but you do it in Portuguese. That's the language, isn't it?
Yeah, Portuguese is the language. Yeah.
How much of?
Come on, Josh, you're doing Duolingo for what?
What the language is?
I know.
Come on.
How much crossover is there between Portuguese and is it
You
Brazilian
don't tell
or
us.
Spanish?
Oh, what, sorry. Oh, Spanish.
Yeah, just crossover.
Some words are really different. Some expressions are so similar but different accents. So I would say Portuguese is like Spanish with a Russian accent. It's like
Pretty much that.
like instead of buenos dias, it's bons dias. So everything's like more
Not even bons dias and
bon dias. Sorry, everything is like more in your mouth. You know what I mean?
Mariana doesn't seem to agree.
Mariana doesn't agree, but Mariana is not recording the podcast, so...
Yeah, there you are.
Bons dias is not even a word.
Oof. Sorry, what were you saying just before?
Yeah.
You can say...
You can't. No, you can't.
It's getting to the point, firstly, because it's late, where I'm getting delirious, and I think you guys might be.
I need to eat. I haven't had dinner yet.
Yeah, we'll wrap up slightly soon. It always gets to the end. Like, the thing is, though, like, the people who watch till the end don't usually mind, because...
True.
You know, they're usually people who have better attention spans than the people who watch 5 minutes and go, all right, I want to watch something different. Which is why we do clips, because our clips just get scrolled through like that. It's just TikTok. I'm in TikTok.
You better do a good clip for us.
I get AI to do a lot of them now.
If you want people to repost it.
Oh, no, the one that I'll collaborate with you guys on, I make every week, like the ones I always do. The rest of them, if you have a look, come out recently, are all AI created. AI is pretty cool. I don't know how much you know about. It's got nothing to do with
Yeah, we
movement.
actually, I think we're pretty okay with that. Yeah.
Yeah, do you know?
what it is.
You know, what is AI in Portuguese? Artificial intelligence.
No.
Yeah.
Intelligent. Do we say, Mariana? We say,
Do we say AI? Like, intelligence artificial. AI?
yeah.
No, we don't say yeah. We just say, I don't know.
I think we use the English version.
Yeah.
I think we do.
Is there anything else that you guys want to say? Like any other topics that you wanna talk about? It's coming to kind of that time where we're wrapping up.
We're scared of getting deported.
No.
Just leaving this here. I don't want to be expelled from this country.
I've heard about that a lot.
So scared. Because imagine if you do something illegal that you don't know about.
Yes, true.
That's my genuine fear. God, like doing something illegal that I didn't know it was illegal, then get it deported and just go back to my country.
Yeah, imagine. I find it really fun. Fellow like teachers who are from other countries like refer to you guys as like as the immigrants.
Oh my
So
God,
funny.
immigrants.
It is so funny.
Oh my God, our contemporary teacher. I said, I'm Caia, I'm Portugal, and he went, like, immigrant!
Yeah.
Everyone in the class was like, should I laugh?
No,
Should
I
not?"
laughed. I just burst out.
I was like,
laughing.
guys,
thought it was
laugh.
funny.
It's true.
Yeah. He's great.
It's a fact.
I think he said that his what would be the word to describe it? His heritage or whatever is Nigerian. I think he said he was from.
Oh my God, he said
African Nigerian.
English was fifth language. I
Yeah.
was shocked. That's crazy.
Oh no, South Africa. Because
Yeah.
he the language in South
Africa.
Africa
So
and
cool.
then English on top of that.
I know two, and that's enough.
Yeah,
I don't
I
want to
think-
learn more.
I've been to South Africa before, and I think the area I was in was one of the languages that he spoke was from that area.
I actually know 3.
3.
I know Spanish as well.
How well?
No, but I'm fluent in Spanish.
Are you
I think
actually?
I'm not fluent.
Like I learned it when I used to go to Spain every single year. I was little, so I've learned how to speak. Oh my God.
So
I've
there's a lot
learned-
going on in the background.
So I've learned how to speak Spanish when I was 6.
Yeah.
But I kind of lost it now. But I used to be like fluent. Yeah.
That's cool. That's really cool. Anything else? Any last words?
I'm gonna say I am really enjoying my time here in London. I've made really good friends, except for Josh.
Yeah, I'm not a friend. I'm a colleague.
Yeah, I feel very welcomed in my college and in my. Stop, girls! Shut up! I'm trying.
5 more minutes.
I'm trying to be nice. You're being unprofessional.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to say I love London, and oh my God, I'm watching Moulin Rouge on Thursday. What?
Yes.
Like
No,
it's
exactly.
been it's just been very surreal. Like we're not much like homesick. Still.
If you want to, yeah.
Yeah, like we know it's gonna get a little bit bad like by November because you really want to see your family.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen my family in a month.
In a month?
In a month. More than a month. Like
Yeah, I like being quite hard.
It's- yeah.
I actually just haven't been felt homesick at all.
I've
I
been
think it's 'cause
alright.
we're busy.
For
We
now,
haven't had time to
I
reflect.
haven't been homesick. Yeah, I
have a little bit.
I haven't.
Oh, you have,
not
yeah.
at all.
Yeah, I have.
Are you guys here?
I have a little bit. Okay, guys, a little
Are
bit.
you guys here for half term? Because I think I'm staying up.
Yeah, so we can't really travel to Portugal because it's expensive. So what?
It depends.
£28.
It's on the month.
But yeah.
Depends when. Yeah.
Let's just say
Depends when. I'm
So,
staying
yeah.
here and watching musicals and buses.
I'm gonna spend most
So,
of my half
yeah.
time sleeping and just resting up because
Not
I am
me.
exhausted.
Not me. I want to see London.
Acro. Damn, bro. Yeah, I come on Thursday. You come on Thursday?
Watching the show on Thursday.
Oh, I am, aren't I? I'd forgotten. I won't be going Thursday. Man, we got to get to the show.
Oh
first.
yeah, about it. Yeah, sorry, I
We've actually
forgot.
got to get to the show first as well.
True.
It's going to be rough. Any final words?
We just love it here.
Yeah, you like
Love
it here.
London.
Big up Bird College. If you are interested in coming, do.
It's great.
If you're an international thinking of coming to Bird College, come because it's like
Yeah.
the best one here in terms of like
Yeah.
you'll
I've
be
done-
included.
I've done several episodes on why Bird is so good. You know, support of neurodiversity, how the first 2 weeks have been. Tamsin about the whole diploma, and now international students. I mean, there aren't any more reasons really. Like
He's
I've said
inclusive.
them all. Yeah, Bird it's a great place to go to. The hard,
Yeah.
but worth it.
And to our Portuguese friends that I know they are trying to come for next year, you got it.
You got it.
You got it.
You got it. Well, this has been the Movement Theories podcast. I'm Josh Cambridge, and this has been Caia and Marta.
Marta.
Did I say that well?
Marta.
You should finish in Portuguese.
Obrigada.
Obrigada.
Obrigado, because he's
Oh yeah,
Obrigado.
true. Sorry.
Give me a whole set repeat, and that'll be my finishing words. You can decide on what it will be. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends, please. I know what that means actually.
like,
Josh has seen-
comentem.
So that translates to thank you, kisses from Josh. See you.
We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Adeus.